Do it.
I did that once when you were looking for a new sci-fi series, and I wrote a list out and then a description. And then I made it in an Excel document so you could like shift click and it would take you to the website so that you could read about the book. I just really love lists.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to read fantasy or sci-fi next.
Well, I can get you a list of a little bit of everything.
Okay.
We have plenty of Audible credits as well, so if it's like, if there's one thing on Audible, we got that.
I should probably read the last Expanse book, actually.
Yeah, Leviathan Falls.
Yeah. I should read my cousin's books. Aren't those the weird, like, mermaid love story ones? I don't know that I'd be interested in that.
I've only read the first, or whichever one was the one I read. I've only read one. It was really good, but I don't think it was your kind of book.
It wasn't my kind of book?
No. It was really good. I had my mom and sister read it, and they both really loved it as well. But it was very kind of like romance, mermaid. It was very well written, though. I mean, it was a good book.
Yeah, I didn't think it was my kind of book. Sorry. Excuse me.
I feel like the only downside with that book is some of the words I didn't know what they meant. So I felt kind
Yeah,
of dumb.
because my cousin is like extremely well read.
Yeah. Some of the words I would have to like, obviously I was reading a physical copy of the book and I'd have to stop and like
Google
it
what this
I'm
word
just like,
meant.
I don't know what that word is. And somehow I can't use my context clues. I don't know. I was just like, wow, she's really smart.
Well, that was like when I read Earth Abides, and I had to look up what the heck
Oh.
It's an old word for couch from like the 40s.
Remember when we said it to my mom and she immediately knew what it was?
Yeah.
We were like,
well,
we didn't know
it's...
what this was, and she's like, oh, that's this, and we're just like, well, yes.
But
we didn't know that.
It turned out it was like a brand name of couch.
Yeah.
So it was like, it's like Kleenex or Pepto or something. But it was used in the generic term.
Yeah, because I think it was like he went exploring in the city and was like at a department store or something.
And he saw this, and I was all like
what is
a
that?
Chesterfield. Was it a Chesterfield?
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. And I was like, what the fuck is a Chesterfield?
Yeah.
A Davenport? Maybe it was a Davenport.
Okay, both of those sound familiar.
I mean, it could have been one or the other.
It really could have been.
But I was all like,
it was of that type, and Matt and I, neither one of us, because he asked me later, he was like, did you know what it was? I was like,
Is that... Talk again, Cappy?
No.
Normally.
Okay, I'm talking.
Is that better? Or more?
I'm happy. I'm talking while he's doing stuff. This is my normal volume. Actually, this is louder than my normal volume.
But that's how you talk when you stream.
Yes, I'm a very quiet talker in real life. So I talk louder than normal.
It's the block volume? No, I know it's the block volume, but I've turned down master volumes.
But he's like blocks to like, yeah.
I've turned down blocks to like 66.
Someone's gonna be bothered that he chose 66 and not like 65.
Well, 66 is 2/3.
I know, I was just like too bad.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah, I'm not gonna change it. What'd you say?
Copper.
The donkey?
Oh, well, that would be way more exciting.
Yeah, this is better? Okay, cool, thanks. Yeah, I thought turning down the master volume would do it, but apparently it didn't do it enough.
I usually turn all this stuff down since I play on peaceful and I don't have to worry about hostile mobs, and I'm usually either listening to an audiobook or watching a movie while I play. So, I don't like this. I don't play with a lot of volume on when I'm playing computer games.
By the way, on a side note, Cappy, that movie you said the other day that you had never seen before that I was like, oh my god, we gotta watch it.
Yeah.
If you ever get the hankering to watch it, you let me know.
Okay, we can plans to have a little date and watch it.
Okay.
I'll see if it's on one of our
streaming options.
Yeah, if not, where we can rent it. I'm pretty sure you could at least rent it off like Amazon.
Oh yeah, Amazon you can rent almost every movie, even movies that aren't on Prime.
We can watch Morbius.
Who would want to do that?
I don't know, but for a long time there was only the option that you could buy it, and I was like, do they think people are gonna buy Morbius? Because they're not.
You made your wife watch Blazing Saddles? Did she like it? I'm gonna be honest, I've never seen Blazing Saddles, so...
You can tell them the movie. I don't care if you tell them what I haven't seen.
There we go.
How far down do you dig before you start placing your first row of torches?
Usually 3.
I'm just not familiar.
1, 2, 3. So probably on this wall, this one now.
Yeah, I know that. I'm sure someone will come in and tell you like they changed the way the lighting works, blah blah blah. And you're like, yeah, but I always do this on my quarries.
Yeah, Cappy's never seen the original Predator.
No.
I mean, she hasn't seen. The only Predator she's seen is Alien vs. Predator, which is.
I really like that one. I've seen it a couple of times.
I've never seen that one.
It's honestly, it's
is it pretty good?
Just dumb fun, yeah.
Okay.
Enjoyable.
She was surprised it was on streaming services nowadays.
No.
The original Looney Tunes cartoons are on streaming, and those are extremely they're so racist. They have a blurb at the front from Whoopi Goldberg saying that, you know, these, like, warning people, these were made in a different time where this kind of stuff was considered acceptable, and even though it's not considered acceptable anymore, it's culturally important that we recognize that these existed.
Can't sweep that kind of stuff under the rug.
No, it doesn't solve anything. But you want to make sure that people understand that, like, we realize it's bad. And not all of them is bad. I think the warning only occurs on the episodes in which they are culturally insensitive.
Makes sense.
As opposed to, like, every episode. Because they're culturally insensitive to many cultures. You know? I can distinctly remember, like, really anti-Chinese episodes and stuff. And being like, even when I was a kid, I was like, yikes, this feels weird. I need that. Alright, look. I didn't realize what I was doing until you started laughing at me. And then I felt really dumb.
Oh, man.
So, could you not do that?
I don't know.
Now, beep, bop, beep, bop, boop, boop, boop. Wait, you can break one of these down into... Yeah, okay. Making sure I'm not screwing myself out of coal here. There we go.
Shovels.
Damn. Am I watching Kenobi? Oh.
I like the way that no, like they're crazy. I don't think you've watched any of the Star Wars TV shows.
No,
Not to my
really.
knowledge, at least. We have the ability, just...
I heard Kenobi was bad. Plus, I mean, I'm not a hardcore Star Wars fan, so... Like, when Kenobi... When they were all like, it's a TV show about Obi-Wan Kenobi, I was all like, neat. That was the extent of my excitement for that. I did hear somewhere that Disney stated... I don't know if Disney stated or if people are assuming or something, but that they're saying that they're going to abandon the current Star Wars characters for, like, new characters, new stories. I don't know if that was, like, a rumor or something, but I read that somewhere.
It was on the internet.
Nobody can lie on the internet. I think it's about time they abandon the characters.
I mean, what, since the 70s?
Yeah. It's... Go ahead.
No, I'm just glad.
I was gonna say, it's probably, like, their desperation to latch on to the old characters is probably what led this most recent trilogy to be really stagnant and boring. Because they were trying to shoehorn all the old characters in everywhere they could. It was like... Alright, look, like, I appreciate it. It's like a neat little callback and stuff. But... after a while, it was pretty obvious how forceful they were being with it.
Time is it?
About that time. You're welcome to have a differing opinion, though. I'm not like one of those people that's like, you don't agree with me? Banned! That's because that's stupid.
I don't know, you banned him twice when he told you to get Apple.
That's different, Cappy. Also, those weren't bans, that was timeouts.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Timed him out. He's like, you should get a Mac! I'm out. Did you see the primitive technology guy is back on you? I don't understand what that sentence means. Back on
YouTube? I'm not familiar with the primitive technology guy.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with the primitive technology guy either. Oh, YouTube. Yeah. Okay, no, I'm not. Who is the primitive technology guy?
If I had to guess, I don't know. I just picture the guy that makes, they used to do all that woodworking with just stuff and like hand crane, stuff like that.
I think this is more along the lines of the guy that, like... I'm familiar with somebody on the internet. I've never watched any of their videos, but somebody, like, went out into the wilderness and, like, built everything they could live off of from scratch. So, like, they built their own home from scratch, and they built all their tools from scratch, and they built, you know... Rain! Bro, is there a slider for rain frequency? I mean, I guess not. I'm looking at all these setting options and I'm like... Narrator?
Well, you know that you have cheats enabled. You can make it rain anytime you want.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
I know it's not the same as it happening naturally, but if you're just like, it's been too long, I want some rain, you can make that happen.
Just turn it off? I think you misunderstand what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for an option to stop the rain. I'm looking for an option to make it rain more often. I know a lot of people hate the rain. I love the rain. I know there's a slider in a... I think what it is I always confuse it for, like, American Truck and Euro Truck, because they have sliders for rain frequency. So you can make it rain more or less often in those games. And I think I always think Minecraft has it too, because I love Minecraft rain so much. You never liked the rain until you walked through it with me? Aw. Swoon. I love you too, Two-Talon.
Gross. Love is gross.
Love is kind of gross. Two-Talon and I are gonna do gross stuff.
Okay, bye.
That time. I live in Texas and I don't know that reference? No, I don't. Is that a reference? 4, so that's still not broken. It's a Client Black song. Like the rain.
I've never heard of Client Black.
Yeah, who's Client Black?
Oh, does he mean Clint Black?
No, he distinctly wrote Client.
I know that, but like, if he's talking about country music, Matt and I do not listen to country music.
Lol, he thinks we listen to country music. No, we do not listen to country music.
My sister, or at least used to really love country. I think that was my problem is my sister loved country music. So when I was growing up, I was forced to listen to country music and also act out some music videos with her because she was just like super into that.
Ugh.
Yeah.
It was Garth Brooks.
It was Garth Brooks. Yes. Yeah, it was.
Ugh.
Absolutely was. So, unfortunately, my sister kind of made me not enjoy country music much.
Yeah, country music is not our jam.
I guess now we just like classic rock because I feel like everything's categorized as that now.
Yeah. Everything we like is classic rock now.
Remember when I said that about the band Korn and you got mad and you told Lucid and he got mad?
Yeah, Korn is classic rock.
And he was like, I hate you guys for saying that to me.
It's gonna feel really bad when like Slipknot and stuff are classic rock, and I'm like, oh my god, stop it. Yeah, it was like when we were walking through HEB the other day. This was probably like months ago. We were walking through HEB months ago, and they were playing standard like grocery store music, and then they played a Nine Inch Nails song.
Oh yeah, they did. I looked at you and I was like,
is this Nine Inch Nails?
are they really just playing this at HEB?
And she was like, yeah, I was like, what? And then I listened for a minute and I was all like, oh my god, this is Nine Inch Nails. No! Why is grocery stores playing Nine Inch Nails? God damn it. This shouldn't be a thing. This should be illegal. Oh.
Oh, he hates me now, Korn classic rock.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, someone called it classic dad rock.
Tool would be considered classic rock now. Essentially anything from the 90s.
Yeah, like stuff we listened to while we were in high school.
Yeah. Our high school music is now the music they're playing in.
I mean, that's fair because if you think about it, like with my mom, she listened to stuff like the Beatles and stuff growing up, and I would have called that classical.
Yeah, classic
like,
rock, yeah.
Classic rock back then.
Wait until it's elevator music. Luckily, I don't think Nine Inch Nails is ever going to be elevator music, but other bands from our youth will be.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to get it on the elevator when we were taking my sister to the neurologist. Like,
into light.
We're be like, is this
We're like,
Metallica?
are they playing
What
Metallica
are they
in the
doing?
elevator? What the hell?
Yep. Yep.
They're,
Hate this place.
they're gonna be playing like Beautiful People by Marilyn Manson. Jesus. They're gonna be playing like Pantera. They're gonna play Cemetery Gates in the elevator.
Reminds me of the like Margaret. Is it Margaret show? Is that her name? The
Yeah,
comedian?
I don't know if he's the gay mom.
Yeah, where she was
that lady.
talking about like, you know, obviously she's older than us. She's like my sister's age.
Yeah,
And so
she's like early 50s now.
Yeah. And so she was talking about, she's like, you know, make fun, but we're gonna be at the retirement home being like, oh, play hungry like the wolf again.
Play hungry like the wolf.
And it reminds me of like the what is that? I don't remember the name of the comic, but it's not Tana, it's the other one. It's where she's like, that's a heckin' good pupper.
Oh yeah,
and
yeah.
she's just in a wheelchair and the orderly's like, I don't know what she's saying. She's crazy.
She's just rambling. She's got her old lady rambles again.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a heckin' good pupper.
Might be a friend.
Yeah, might be friend. Yeah, dude, Cemetery Gates, that's a good song.
I'm listening to 40s music. I like mostly jazz.
Yeah, I guess. Would 40s be mostly jazz or like... I don't know, was swing music big in the 40s?
Oh, maybe.
Come on, Mom, 40s was before your time, jeez. But I guess that's your version of classic music. Classic rock? No.
40s.
No, that's not classic rock, but...
I guess I'm assuming that.
Big band swing music.
Yeah,
Okay, so
but-
yeah.
yeah. I like big bands.
Yeah, big band swing music is fun. You teach high school, and every time you see a kid with a Nirvana shirt, you tell them to name one Nirvana song other than Teen Spirit.
How they even know that?
Heart-shaped box? That's Nirvana, right?
Yes.
I was like, I'm pretty sure heart-shaped box is Nirvana.
I'm pretty sure when we were at HEB once, we also heard Black Hole Sun.
We did hear Black Hole Sun, yeah, from Soundgarden.
Yeah, I distinctly remember
Oh.
hearing that while we were at HEB, and I mean, granted, I loved it.
I was all like, yeah, dude, Black Hole Sun, awesome.
But also,
I think that was actually the reaction we had, is we were both like, awesome, and then we
Yeah.
listened to it, and then we were like, wait, we're at HEB.
yeah, like this is a little less awesome.
Was Jagged Little Pill 9 Inch Nails, or was that, like, I think that might be Alanis Morissette or something.
I think that was Alanis Morissette.
What am I thinking of? I think 9 Inch Nails did a song that was like, I Need a New Drug or something. And that may be what I'm confusing it with. Oh, rip. That was Alanis Morissette? Okay. Didn't 9 Inch Nails do a song about drugs? I mean, duh.
I mean,
Every band in the 90s did a song about drugs,
yeah,
but
so the answer is
I'm thinking
yes.
I'm thinking they did a song like that.
Donkey.
Hi, donkeys.
Their name is Fred.
Donkeys are like donkey. I don't know. Well, I don't know what donkey sounds are. Yeah.
I was like, you know what donkeys sound like? You've heard donkeys before.
I have heard donkeys before.
More chests.
You need more chests.
I don't think so. I got enough.
That's fair. Put that away.
More chests so you can put them away. Where are you gonna hold the items?
Nowhere.
Oh. So. Okay, now I'm cool with it.
Dirt, dirt. Dirt, dirt. Dirt, dirt. Couldn't carry that around. Whoop. I got lost. The perfect drug. That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah. You are the perfect drug. The perfect drug.
Oh my god, did you turn the radio on?
Yeah, I did.
Oh my god, it's...
I sound just like, fuck, what's his name?
Trent Reznor.
Trent Reznor, yeah. I sound just like Trent Reznor.
It's scary. Oh, they think so too. But that's that upstairs neighbors that likes to park his truck really close to our car and then shine his brights in our car once.
Yeah, that guy was a dick.
Because we're in a Prius and some people in Texas don't like that. But dude, I'm just trying to get good gas mileage. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah,
really.
exactly.
Like,
You're gonna laugh at me. You're like, oh, he's in a Prius. And I'm all like, I'm not paying that much money for gas.
yeah.
So, who's winning now?
That was why I always still think about the dude at Bucky's that came up to us. And he
Yeah.
was like, is that a Prius? And I was like, oh my god, I'm bracing for like this
Somebody.
barrage of them telling Matt how he's just,
Yeah, you're just some liberal
whatever.
idiot.
And instead he was like, is that good gas mileage?
I was like,
How
yeah.
much? He was like super like into it and friendly and we were like, oh, okay.
Okay, phew.
Thank God.
Generally speaking, in Texas, you drive a Prius, you're not going to have the most, like, friendly of conversations, generally. Most people are angry. Although I do love the fact that there's that one customer of ours that's in the oil and gas industry, and he stopped paying his bill, and I went over to have a meeting with him, and instead of driving the company car, I took the Prius, and parked in front of his place, and he didn't see me drive up, but when I left, he, like, walked out with me. And he was all like, is that your car? And I was like, yes, sir.
Well, I mean, soon the company car is going to be half electric as well, isn't it?
Yeah, because we're going to buy a, Ford Maverick, I think? I might be alright in Austin. Oh, I'm sure I'd be fine in Austin.
Oh, yeah.
I also...
We're mostly fine here.
Yeah, we're mostly fine here, too. It's just, like, the oddball weird people that are,
Yeah.
like...
I don't know if you want to say the name, but we're pretty, like, it's mostly liberal here. It's not too bad.
Yeah.
Or at least people never, like, give you shit over it.
Yeah.
It's just every now and then guys in big trucks, just especially if you pass them in a Prius. That's
Oh.
the main thing.
Bro, if you pass a truck guy driving a Prius, he will, like, peel by you doing, like, 40 and a 25.
Yeah.
And you're just like, bro, I wasn't trying to, like, measure dicks with you. Because it's obvious that I won. Because you are a very insecure, my friend.
Underestimate how much I don't care.
Yeah, I really don't give a damn. He's like, ha ha ha, I showed him, and I'm all like,
Alright.
whatever, man. You sure? Yeah, you showed me, buddy.
Yeah.
Good job, buddy. You know, Mom drives a Prius in a relatively red state, but I'm sure they don't give her hell because, you know, it's a lady getting out of a Prius.
Your mom also wouldn't take it.
Oh, yeah. What are you driving a Prius for? Are you some liberal? Mom would be all like, bitch, come at me. See what happens.
It's the same thing I say with you where people tend to think that you're a really big pushover because you're really nice. You're a nice person and you're nice to people.
Don't lie.
You are. Look at that. The fake laugh. But you're not a pushover.
Mm-mm. I get that from my dad. Like, my dad was the nicest, sweetest guy. But if you got him angry, he was all like, alright, cool, we're going to ground now.
Well, you're not not
Let's
afraid
go.
to stand up for yourself. You're not just like gonna sit there and take it and cry about it. Like,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. My dad would let you, like, get away with murder to a certain extent, but you cross that line, well...
Although, I guarantee your dad was the same way about your mom as you are with me. All bets are off. Yeah, see, when it comes to, like...
You start fucking with Cappy, I'm like, nope.
Yeah.
It's going down now. Hey, Two Talon, message me the name of that book series with Drizzt or whatever that character's name is. Send me that on Discord, would you? That's how you are, and everybody doesn't think you want a confrontation. Yeah, exactly. It's like they think you're a huge pushover, and they're like, I can shove this guy around. I can do whatever I want with this guy because he's a little bitch.
Oh, like the guy that like stepped towards you and thought you would back off, instead you pushed towards him.
I scared the shit out of that guy because he was not because I'm an intimidating picture.
But he was posturing.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you do it again, like today? Like I know you did it like months ago, but. I'm not gonna scroll back up and find it. Are you kidding?
He's lazy.
I'm lazy. Just send it to me one more time. I'll immediately send it to Cappy and just be like, Cappy, can you give me this book set?
Okay.
But yeah, there was this one customer that he was trying to be intimidating so that he could get his way. Because he didn't like the fact, like, he was like, this is my problem, blah, 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 blah. This is what you're going to do. And I was all like, well, I'm going to correct you right now. That is not what we're going to do. We're going to do this instead. And he was, you know, disagreeing with me at first, like a normal human being would. Of like, I'm not into that. I don't like that idea. I don't think that's a good way of doing it. And I'm like, well, this is the way we do it. So unfortunately, this is the way it's going to have to go because we're not going to do it the other way. And the dude got really angry because he's like a doctor, and doctors, generally speaking, they don't like being told no. So he was getting really angry, and he like stepped into me. You know what I mean? Like, we're having a conversation like the normal human distance apart, like 3 feet apart or something. And he like took a step into me. And was on like, we're gonna do it this way. And I just it's just non confront. I guess it was confrontational, but
you weren't being threatening, really.
Non-aggressively, I just stepped up into him, like right on back. Like, he stepped into me and was like, we're doing it this way. And I stepped into him and I'm like, no, sir, we're doing it the way I told you to. And he was like, oh, and like took a step back. And I'm like...
The best part is, if you had told your boss would have backed you in a heartbeat.
Yeah. You resent it? Okay, thank you. And the release order and the storyline order. I probably want the non-spoiler story order.
Or
like
the publication?
If the publication date is gives spoilers, I'll want to do it in a non-spoiler release order or story order, but I mean, if you've read it, I'm sure you know how to tell me, like, this is you should read it in publication order, or you should read it in story order, if you don't want story spoilers for later books.
Yeah, there's certain series that I've looked into that they're like, here's the publication order. Don't do that.
Yeah, don't read it in this order.
You really need to read it like this, because otherwise you're going to get, like, all kinds of spoilers and stuff, and they're like...
Like the Witcher series.
Yeah.
The Witcher series is in publication order, except for one book, which needs to be shifted to the very end of the list. But yeah, I think what was funny is the thought going through my head when I stepped into that customer's space after he had stepped into mine was I was thinking to myself, not aggressively, but almost like, this is going to be hilarious if this guy hits me.
Yeah, it's not going to end well for him.
I'm like, because I am not gonna fight a customer. If you think that's why I thought it would be hilarious, you were going the wrong direction with this. Like, I am waiting for the time that a customer gets so mad that he hits. You just send it to Cappy, okay?
Oh, that's fine. That's great.
That's great. I'm waiting for the time that a customer gets so angry that they haul off and punch me, because then I'm gonna get up. Because let's be honest, I'm going down.
Yeah. I mean, most people do. They don't realize how much a punch can knock someone down.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the floor.
You see movies and it's like, it's not like that in real life.
Yeah, somebody punches you square in the face. Yeah, chances are pretty, like, unless you're expecting it, chances are pretty good you're gonna go to the floor. But anyway, like, after I get up, I'm gonna be like, okay, thank you, and I'm gonna just leave. And I'm gonna, as soon as I get in my car, I'm gonna call my boss and be like, hey, this guy's gonna call and he's gonna be very mad because I just left. And he's gonna be all like, okay, why? And I'm gonna be like, he punched me? And he's gonna be like, okay, cool. Gotcha.
Yeah, and then later you're gonna get the message, she's not a customer anymore.
Yeah, I told him to fuck off. He's not a
Yeah.
customer.
Your boss doesn't give a lot of shits about that.
He's like, but their server's down. Or the customer's gonna be like, but my server's down right now. He's like, I don't care.
You punched my best tech and you want me to fix your server?
Yeah,
No.
you punched one of my best techs. And now you want me to fix your server? Yeah, fool, that ain't happening. That's not you. If he hits you, there's gonna be a fight. I can't fight. Like, I'll be honest, if I get into a fight, I'm going to lose.
I think the smartest thing you can do is not fight. I mean, realistically, you can't get into trouble if someone's just punched you in the face. You've done nothing wrong. They've assaulted you. When you start hitting them back, that's when it starts getting muddy.
And I would also be the kind of guy that would be like, my boss would be all like, do you want to file assault charges? And I'm like, oh, I'm calling the cops right after I get off the phone with you. And he'll be like, are you sure you want to do that? And I'm like, yes. I'm like, I don't care. Okay.
Did it! It's beautiful!
It is. It's like the Cappy.
Although my stepdad's like too talented, that's why I got fired from that one job, is he had an argument with the dude, and my stepdad used to be a boxer, so his solution is to punch people.
Yeah.
It doesn't work well for the other person. He's also a very short guy, so they don't think that he has what he has.
They don't think he has the power.
No, because he's
And it's like,
short, kind of pudgy Mexican guy, but hey, I mean, real hard.
yeah. He doesn't have the reach.
That's true, he does not.
He got stubby little arms.
But he pushes into you.
Oh, he'll come into you and then just like, he's like Mexican One Punch Man.
Well, it's like he always talks about. You have to have follow through.
Yeah. He will hit you and you will fall down. You moved a lot, so you always got picked on when you were a little kid.
Mm-hmm.
See, my defense mechanism was humor. So, while I did get picked on, I was funny. So that worked out well for me.
I cried. That's still my defense mechanism.
And then in high school, I just didn't... My high school was not the kind of high school that really picked on people.
No, our high school was very weird in that no one in your class picked on anyone else in your class, and if they did, anyone would be willing to defend you, even if it was like a super popular kid and you're the ultra nerdy person.
Yeah.
Our school was very classist, as far as like seniors hung out with seniors, juniors hung out with juniors. But
it
no one
wasn't.
within your class bullied them.
There also wasn't upperclassmen bullying lowerclassmen
No, not at all.
either.
No, we just didn't do that.
I mean, there were like fights, but it was all.
Oh,
It wasn't.
of course.
It wasn't because you're younger than me or I'm a senior and you're a sophomore. It was like, you know, you were looking at my girl or
Yeah.
I didn't like the way you talked to me. You know, it was fights like that.
Yeah, there wasn't a really, at least when we went to school, there genuinely wasn't a big bullying issue. And
Not
I'm someone that I worked in the office, so
Yeah.
those never came across the desk.
It was almost self-policed within the student body.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, there were some bullies that would show up in our high school, but they were swiftly dealt with by the kids. You know? Other students would be like, no, this is not happening.
Yeah, I was picked on a lot in middle school, and then when I came to high school, I remember having so much anxiety thinking it's just going to be 10 times worse. And it was none at all.
Yeah.
And I know your class did this, but like with our class, like the popular kids hung out with the nerdy kids. There wasn't like they weren't inviting us to parties.
No.
But they would hang out with us. You could have lunch with them. It wasn't a big deal.
Yeah, there were cliques in the aspect of like kids hung out with like kids.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like if you walked over to like the goth kids and sat at their lunch table, they wouldn't do anything.
Mm-hmm.
They'd look at you a little weird and just be all like,
Goth now?
all right. Yeah, they'd be like, are you trying to like get in with our group? And you'd be like, no, I just don't have any place to eat. And they'd be like,
Okay.
all right. Just don't talk to us. And you'd be like, okay.
I feel like the only kind of exception was the band kids. The band kids really
That's
stuck to
different.
themselves.
Yeah.
They preferred that clique to be more insular, which was fine. Because they weren't bothering anyone, no one was bothering them.
That was the thing, is while they were very insular and they didn't really allow outsiders into their group, they weren't actively antagonistic.
Right.
It's just if you tried to join in on the band group, they'd be like,
You're not in the band.
You're not
yeah.
in the band.
So you're like,
You're gonna need to leave.
I wasn't even allowed near them, and I was in orchestra. I was adjacent, but it wasn't good enough.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, can you just play like a stringed instrument? That's lame. And I'm like,
They also didn't even let the flag kids in.
oh, that's true. They did.
And the flag kids marched with the band.
It was instrument or nothing. Like when we were in orchestra, our instruments were kept in the same places there because you had instrument lockers.
Yeah.
And they would stare you down when you went in. I hated going in the band room. It feels weird to feel bullied by a band kid. That feels like such an opposite trope.
The band, yeah.
Yeah.
If anybody was a bully in high school, it was
the
band,
So-
which sounds so weird.
But it's true. In our school, they really were.
It wasn't the football team. The football
No.
team was really quiet, honestly. It wasn't the baseball team. They were the loud team. But they also weren't bullies.
They were just boisterous.
Yeah, they were boisterous. There you go. And of course, it wasn't the soccer team because the soccer team didn't speak English.
Yeah, we had a good soccer
We
team,
had a
though.
good fucking soccer team, dude. Oh my god.
Our football team sucked. Well, I'm sorry.
Our varsity team sucked.
Varsity sucked.
Our JV team went, I think got second place in state.
Yeah.
Like, our JV team was good. But for some reason, when they would switch from JV to varsity, crap.
Yeah, I don't know what the difference was. Yeah, the band kids bullied a lot. I mean, not necessarily like active, like not pushing you around being like, but they would like stare you down until you walked away. And you could hear them like whispering behind you and you're just like, I just don't want to be here.
Yeah.
I'm uncomfortable.
It was weird.
Yeah. That's why I hated when I was in orchestra. Our orchestra teacher wanted us to do musical theory, and he wanted to combine it with the band kids so that we all took musical theory together. And all of us were like, we don't want to do this. We really don't want to have musical theory, first of all. And we don't want to hang out with the band kids because they don't like us. And then he tried to like do a dual like orchestra and band play together, and that didn't work out very well.
And then you gave up on it.
Yep. I think only 3 people from the band joined, and they were like forced to do it. And then we never did that again.
That was weird.
You're weird.
I didn't hit anything.
Hit a block.
Well,
No, I saw what it did. I'm just giving you a hard time.
I was just sitting here like minding my own business. And then the menu popped up and I'm like, my fingers weren't anywhere near escape. What the hell happened?
Fat fingered it.
No, it's like my fingers are not like 4 inches in diameter.
Got those little sausages.
Little sausage fingers.
Dog's like, hey, what you got there?
I'll bite my fingies.
They're just my fingers.
Get away, puppy.
I'm like, no, no, no.
Yeah.
Smell like bacon. They probably smell like peanut butter. And it's crazy to think when you very first started, I was like, oh my god, you're not gonna make like any progress today with this. You do quarries so fast.
I'm very efficient.
I'm so much slower. Like, I do this as well, but I kind of get a little bored sometimes while I'm doing it, and I like stop to do other stuff. My quarries take a lot longer. Especially now since you can dig so much further down. Oh, it's gonna take me forever.
I cannot wait. I'm so excited to dig all the way to bedrock again.
You were excited when we were looking around this place and you kept seeing caves and stuff. I mean, heck, you went spelunking a little bit. That's not anything you ever did before.
I was never really a spelunker.
No.
That wasn't my jam. Like, I was okay with it, but it wasn't something that I was all like, oh my god, I can't wait until I can go into caves.
Well,
But now I'm like, oh my god, I can't wait until I go into caves.
That was the nice thing when we played on a server and we played together was...
You went spelunking.
Yeah, I didn't like quarrying. You didn't like spelunking, but I did. So it worked out really well. I would go deep into caves and search for stuff, and you would just dig quarries. I'd come back and I'd be like, look at all these pumpkins I found. There's all this loot. Then sometimes I'd go, oh, I fell in lava. I died.
Yeah.
I was gonna bring you back good stuff, but it's gone.
Yeah, I died.
I like how I say that like I laughed and I didn't. I distinctly remember crying one time because I fell in lava.
Me too.
I told you that's my solution.
You were strip mining? Ironically enough, I know strip mining is more efficient. I'm not the kind of like quarrier who goes all like, no, quarry better. I'm like, strip mining by definition is by far much more efficient. But I just never had fun with it.
I think the thing is that you started quarrying specifically to gather cobblestone to make builds. Like,
Yeah.
that's how you built your sky bridges with tons of cobblestone.
Strip
didn't
mining.
really provide
Okay,
that.
that's a good stipulation. Strip mining is by far more efficient for finding specific things, like specific ores or gemstones or whatever. But if you're going for stone, like actual cobblestone, quarrying is more efficient. And everybody who does strip mining is like, I love it when people come in here and they're like, you should strip mine. And I'm like, I'm not actively searching for diamonds. Like, I want diamonds when I find them. But I'm not actively searching for them.
I always like when people are like, oh, how can you not be like immediately searching for them like you're the crazy one? And you're like, I'm not playing to like get armor and...
Yeah, that's not my thing.
I feel like we play more passively.
We do. We definitely play more passive. We're much more of the build exploration kind,
Yeah.
as opposed to the combat finish the game people.
Yeah, I mean, I've done the combat and stuff. It's not like I can't do it, but I just never had a lot of fun with it. I liked just building and running around in caves and getting lost.
I did hear that they've condensed
Milk.
What? Milk? No. They've condensed ores in one of the last 2 or 3 updates
What do
where
you mean by condense?
they're not nearly as spread out as they used to be.
Oh.
It used to be like, if you found iron here, you wouldn't find iron here. Or here, you know? And now it's just kind of like I think they just took out the limiter of where ores can spawn. So now ores can spawn much closer together to each other.
I think that's true, but I think I also heard that they don't spawn in giant chunks the way they used to.
Yeah, that's also
so
what I heard.
They can spawn closer together, but you're not going to get a giant vein of iron like you used to. Oh, hey, look, lapis.
Yeah, that seems surprisingly high. So I am at water level. This is water level.
Oh.
And there's already lapis. I do know that they shifted a lot of ores up because they moved diamond further down.
Yeah.
And then they put a couple of more ores in the middle.
Yeah.
Because there's new ores now. And also different kinds of stone and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of stone that we've not, I've seen, because
there's dark stone and deep stone and weird things like that.
Slate, stuff like that.
Yeah, there's actual slate now when there didn't used to be.
Geodes where you can bust into amethyst.
Really?
Yep.
Man, now I'm really looking forward to digging this quarry.
Yep.
The other thing is the frequency of caves and ravines and stuff means that my quarries are more likely to hit them. And then I can go exploring into caves and whatnot.
Oh yeah, that'll be exciting. That'll be really fun.
I always had fun with that when I would dig a quarry and I'd hit a cave. And I'd continue to dig through it, but then I'd build like a little glass bridge from the staircase over to wherever the entrance was.
You could
so I could go back later.
Yeah. I remember you taught me to do that, and then I was so terrified, and you're like, Cappy, you can make the glass as wide as you want it to be.
Yeah, because you used to do just a one...
Yeah, I'm such a chicken with that stuff.
You used to do like a one thin glass walkway, and you were like...
This is terrifying me.
And I'm like, just make it like 3 wide.
Remember?
And you were like,
Remember when I made you put handrails on your...
You made me put handrails on my bridge because it made you nervous to watch me walk on it. Yeah.
And you were just like...
I was like, okay, fine, I'll do it.
You're my wife. This is not worth an argument, but I'm really not enjoying this. There were a couple of times I'd go to visit you in the quarry, and you would just be like, Capricious died, and I'm just like, I fell in.
Yeah, I'd be over here like digging, and all of a sudden I'd hear like crack, and I'd look over, and there's like a pile of stuff, and it was just like Capricious has died. I'm like, do you want me to bring your stuff up to you? And she's like, no!
I was just not very good at going downstairs. I mean,
yeah,
exchange, that's real life.
Well, but then I told you, like, when you're walking, apparently you didn't know that when you were walking down the stairs, all you have to do is, like, hug the wall.
Yeah, I wasn't doing that. I was mostly hugging the outside, which makes literally 0 sense. But it did make for some enjoyable Cappy falling into the quarry and dying.
I was like, Cappy, when you walk up the stairs, just point towards the wall as you walk, and you'll never fall off. Just do this.
And I was like, oh.
And you were like, oh, that makes so much more sense. And I'm like, you haven't been doing that? You're like, no, I try to walk down the center.
I've just been praying I wouldn't fall, and it would be like 50-50.
And I'm like, what are you doing?
So I made you put handrails on stuff that didn't need it.
Cappy, you crazy.
She cute. She dumb, but she cute.
That's true. Cappy very cute. She cute because she dumb.
Yeah. I just feel like it's one of those things that's sometimes really obvious, like, of course that's the way I should be doing it. Just like, they don't cross my mind. I don't know why. Guess I just like making things complicated. Or harder on myself, rather. But I think that's why I've learned to come to with like certain types of games I don't normally play, and I'm like, how should I do this? What's the best way to do this? Because you're familiar, and I know that you'll know. Like,
I'll also not make fun of you, like, LOL,
exactly.
Cappy don't know how.
Yeah, you'll just be like, oh, no big deal. Like, even if you're just thinking in your head, oh, that's so cute, she doesn't know how to do that, you'll just tell me without any judgment.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
So I don't, it doesn't like worry me, like, I can't tell Matt, he'll make fun of me. I'm like, he definitely won't.
I will not.
I really appreciate that. I'll make fun of myself, and you're just like, no, it's fine. Even if in your head you're like, oh boy.
Wow, Cappy Derp.
You're just very kind about it. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Gross. So anyway, hi Fred. All the donkeys are named Fred.
Really?
Yep. They told me.
Fair enough. Who am I to argue, Cappy?
That's true. I knew that the fish were named Ted. They're all Teds. And donkeys are Freds. I like that your boots sparkle.
Me too.
Well, I guess I mean they're enchanted, but you know what I mean. That's like the way I hold when I do quarries, the way you hold all your tools like that. I copied all of that from you.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, yeah, but also like how you organize them in your inventory.
Oh,
like
where I stack multi-tools?
I do that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if anyone knows how to like be efficient when it comes to digging quarries, it's
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Happy gonna do that.
Oh gosh, yes. I'm gonna spend the evening. There was the one time when I was playing. I wouldn't say Animal Crossing, and I was playing Minecraft when I was actively watching Crit Roll. I spent an evening. I remember it was like a Campaign 2 episode. Just I called it mowing the lawn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Done.
Yeah, I think I'm good for tonight.
You did a lot. You went spelunking. Go look at your quarry first. Let's go look down on it before you quit.
Okay.
One last speed. Put a little footbridge here.
Oh, I will. I'll probably do that next session.
Oh yeah, no worries.
Tomorrow.
I'm okay with that. Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna look down on it. Gosh. That's a lot of progress.
Yeah, considering I only started it like an hour ago, hour and a half ago,
That's
maybe.
Crazy. That's bananas.
I spent like the first half of the stream spelunking and getting lost, and then only the second half was doing this. Efficiency.
It looks real good.
Thank you, Cappy.
Excited.
I cited too.
Thank you for going back up.
Of course. All right. Well, thank you guys for coming and hanging out. I very much appreciate it. And I will see you guys tomorrow.
Woo!
Woo!